Now, if you have nothing to hide, appear in court. That's the caution to the embattled Member of Parliament for Assin North, James Kpemka. An Accra High Court today issued criminal summons against the MP after he failed to show up in court in connection to charges of forgery and perjury made against him by the state. Court correspondent Joseph Akable has the rest of the story.
Director of Public Prosecution Yvonne Atakro-Bobisa informed the court that officials had been sent to the MP's residence here in Accra and also at the constituency, Assin North, but they have not been successful at giving the MP the court documents. She indicated that copies were posted at the residence, yet the MP had failed to show up in court once again. The court said instead of issuing the warrant of arrest as had been requested by the Director of Public Prosecution, it was rather given an order that a criminal summons be posted at the residence of the MP here in Accra. Our sources within the AG's department say should the MP fail to show up in court on the 15th of February 2022, the request for an arrest warrant to be issued will be made once again. Richard Kpemka, who is the complainant in this particular matter, says the MP must show up in court.
I'm surprised that someone who wants to be a member of parliament to enact laws for us to obey and abide by is embarked on such a wanton disregard for the laws of the land and showing such disrespect to the courts. You've been following the civil one, and he has not been coming to court. Even a case that he himself has put before the court, his own application at the Supreme Court, he was not there. And this one, we were here last week. We were told that they made attempt to serve him. They even informed his lawyer, then sent him a text message. He did not turn up. Today too, attempts were made to serve him. They went to the house and met someone at the house. The person refused to receive the sermon, and it was pasted on his wall. But today, he did not turn up. So the court has directed that he should be served through criminal summons, which will be pasted on his wall. Let's hope that next week, 15, when we come to court, he will be here.
So the case continues on February 15, 2022. For joining us from the Law Court Complex, my name is Joseph Akable.
Now, although the minority in Parliament says the charges against the MP forms part of an elaborate plot geared at unseating the MP, former Deputy Attorney General thinks otherwise. Joseph Kpemka says the Assin North MP must subject himself to the judicial process if he has nothing to hide.
Let me say that the drama unfolding is a test of our legal jurisprudence's development as far as our nation is concerned. I call it drama unfolding because it is becoming one too many incidents in the way we try to manage our legal affairs in this country as far as the specific case of the Assin North MP is concerned. I am frightened by the development because we cannot, should not, and dare not attempt to subvert justice on any day, whoever you are, because of the supremacy of our Constitution in all cases, and the principle that we are all equal before the law. So, if you make any effort or attempt to subvert justice, that in itself is a criminal offense that you can answer for. So, the criminal summons that the Attorney General or the criminal process the Attorney General is initiating is simply an invocation in compliance with Article 88, the mandate of the Attorney General. Therefore, I think that the best thing to do in the circumstances of this matter is for the honorable member to avail himself for trial or for the civil processes so that they can come to an effective conclusion. If it is in the criminal trial and he's innocent, he'll be acquitted and discharged. If it is in the civil case and he proves his case, he indeed will be declared to be the victor in the circumstances of the matter.
You seem to be very much confident and hold the same view with the court when they say that there's a need for some criminal summons, but there are questions about the political issues surrounding this very MP, concerns about what the minority is describing as an intent by government to use the office of the Attorney General to persecute and not necessarily prosecute defaulters. What do you have to say to that?
I will give a response in law and also make a reference for you to understand what I'm talking about. First of all, the reference I want to make is that under the government of the NDC, the Boku Central MP was tried and convicted. What was that? It was initiated by the Attorney General. He was tried and convicted and sentenced to a number of years in prison. That is correct. That one was not persecution. It was justice. But because the present person is NDC, that is persecution. I mean, how can you double speak? You cannot approve it and reprove it. You see, so I would like to say that we should look at it from an objective point of view and look at the laws of the land, whether or not we are complying with the laws of the land. The fundamental question is, there are 137 NDC MPs. Why is it James J.K. question that the Attorney General is taken to court and not the other 136?